Therefore,
first leg is Martin to throw first. Game on.
When it comes to Ryan Searle, because he picked up his first Players' Championship win last year, and of course put himself in the frame for a second one, but failed, then went back to the drawing board and got it done a bit more recently. But as far as Schindler's concerned this year, the thing that impresses me the most is how really, really well he played at Q School after losing his card. He really did dig deep. And he deserved a card for me more than anyone.
Do you think it's significant as well that he's got that security blanket underneath him as far as the World Champs is concerned? He's booked his place at Ali Bali through the PDC Europe Super League in April, beating Hempel in the final.
I couldn't agree with you more. I think having that to look forward to and something to shoot for by the end of the year is huge for him. It's something that Hempel does not have. And I think there's more pressure on his shoulders because he doesn't have that. And I think we're going to have a cracking match here.
140.
Because, I mean, it's likely that he probably or may have missed out anyway because he's 80-odd on the order of merit. He's outside the top 32 on the Pro Tour order of merit as well. So it would have been hard for Schindler to find his way there through other means, shall we say. But, yeah, he's got that under his belt. He can look forward to that and might just give him the freedom to play with a bit more, well,
46, with
less on his mind, if you like, as far as the in-between stuff goes.
Yeah, I think that's very fair to say it. But he's been dished a really bad draw here.
80.
Yeah, I mean, you asked me earlier about my tips for the title this weekend, and I mentioned Searle in passing. Made a case for it. Schindler takes the opening leg.
Second leg is Ryan to throw first.
But yeah, it's one of those where the draw could have been kinder, but I think if Searle does come through this one, I think he could have a really good run, even though Ratajski, the defending champion, lies in wait. Great response from Ryan Searle after losing the opener.
Well, we are seeing an early sign of quality here, and we know for a fact that Ryan Searle can maintain a huge level of performance.
60.
We have talked on PDC TV on many occasions over the last 3 or 4 months about Ryan Searle continually getting better. Now, all we have to do is look at August and the cluster of Players' Championships in July as well, and just looking at the amount of times he has bettered his personal best average. And I was commentating on his semi-final against Martin Luckman when he won Players' Championship 22. He averaged 116.9.
Yeah.
It didn't take long, and it was breathless.
Well, the whole weekend, or the whole day for him really was, because you look at his run to the final.
140.
He lost 7 legs on the way to the final, lost 7 legs in the final against Peter Wright.
And on double top,
100.
in the last few games of that day, he could have hit it with his eyes closed. Well, quite frankly, he plays the game like he has got his eyes closed, because he can barely see.
100.
He was 7-6 down in that final against Peter Wright as well, and I think Wright had a match dart as well. Top slow for Searle to get back on terms at 1 apiece.
Shall the second leg, right.
The interesting thing is as well, he beat another former world champion in the shape of Van Gerwen for that other title that he mentioned last year. So,
yeah, he
doesn't
win titles against mugs. I mean, his next title is probably going to come against either Gerwin Price or possibly Rob Cross.
100.
Well, he's said himself he feels as though he belongs in the top 20.
100.
You know, he said that time and time again, and I think at times he's looked like a top 4 player. Really, I mean, some of his scoring, as he mentioned, is
43.
I mean, that as you say, that performance against Lukeman in the semi-final, different level.
Absolutely. He's got into an elite level where only elite players can go.
140.
That's why this is such a difficult game for Martin Schindler. But we do know from experience with Martin that he can live with the elite guys in this format. He's done it in World Cup. He's done it in qualifying through Q School as well, against the likes of Raymond van Barneveld. But Searle is
55.
a little bit further behind here than he would have liked after 9 darts. But this is where the pressure comes. Pressure! It's for tyres!
80. Martin Uruguay 72.
What can Shindy do in response here? Well, he needs double 6 now. Double 20, double 6 combo.
Full leg is Ryan to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, that's not too bad as long as you get it right. As soon as Searle puts on the pressure, the wall has the answer. We used to call him Eine kleine Dartspieler, didn't we? Well, he's been around for a while now. He's been around for as long as I've been commentating on the European Tour.
Yeah, I mean, he's only 25, but he seems to have been around forever. He actually, you mentioned his big stage record. He's made 4 quarterfinals. Or, sorry, a quarterfinal on the European Tour. He made 4 quarterfinals on the Players' Championship Tour this year. But yeah, quarterfinalist in Austria 4 years ago. Hasn't really done well in this tournament, though. He made the second round 2017, didn't qualify last time.
We used to make a joke, funnily enough, about Martin Schindler, that he would play better on the Euro Tour outside of Germany.
Yeah. That did stack up for a while, yeah. I think he's redressed the balance a little bit with that, but that was definitely the case, yeah. But he has been, I mean, he's been on the block here for a long time now, and it's all valuable experience. And I think it's something that's really enhanced his floor form domestically as well, on the Pro Tour.
I'll never forget he's played in this tournament before
45
against Callan Ridds.
137.
And Martin came up to me once and said, our age together, me and Callan, is less than your total age. Didn't make me feel very good, but he just made himself feel good, because that's a 137 out. And he's at the halfway point against a very dangerous floater.
Yeah, and the German fans fly the flags once again, because Martin Schindler, he's got the break, and he leads by 3 legs to 1, and the average is very healthy indeed. The first 9 average is just a shade over 114, and he's putting Searle under pressure from the word go. The overall average is a shade above Searle's as well. I still feel Searle has got some answers here, but he's going to have to come up with them pretty sharpish.
Can we talk about the draw yet? Because, let's face facts. If Ryan Searle was doing what he's doing, he would have been probably 4-0 up right now on the last 2 opponents.
Well, yeah.
But 100% on the doubles as well. Averaging over 100. I mean, this is a top-level Martin Schindler performance. I'll tell you what as well, coming through qualifiers, he got some awful draws. He got Ross Smith. He averaged 102 to get through that one. And he beat Keegan Brown with a 97 average, both of them 6 legs to 5. He deserves to be here, all right.
PDC, pretty damn cool, that monkey.
Nice.
Martin Schindler is looking very cool as well on stage right now. It is warm up there as well. I had a bit of a venture up there, or just to the side of the stage just beforehand, and I think 1 or 2 players might be feeling the heat over the course of the session.
41.
A very Gary Anderson approach there from 81, going treble 18 for double 4, but then leaving tops. Section of the board you don't expect him to miss. He can't afford any misses right now. Oh, hang on a minute, Schindler.
Well, and with Schindler's finishing so far, 3 from 3, if he does get a shot at, well, double 16, let's say, then you'd fancy his chances.
Bullseye.
Bullseye it is. It's a single 18 for 4-1. Oh,
he
cannot put a foot wrong at the moment. Martin Schindler, 4 from 4, including one on the bullseye, and Ryan Searle is in a huge amount of trouble now.
Did say,
85.
If given the chance, in this kind of mood, Schindler is ruthless. At times this season, Martin Schindler has played some very striking darts. But as a floater, not seeded like Ryan is, he's going to come up against the elite guys in round 1, round 2, all the time.
60.
This may be one of the best games he's played this season. He has had a few ton averages in beating Martin Lukman, funnily enough, in his last Players' Championship event. He's had 106 against Ratajski, funnily enough, the one who is waiting for the winner. That was in Players' Championship number 22, which was,
40.
of course, won by Ryan Searle.
The other thing about Shea, I mean, I mentioned that Super League victory that he had that qualified him for the World Championship. But I mean, that is a brutal tournament. That is over 6 days, and he played 27 matches, 24 group games, and then 3 in the knockouts.
45.
He finished in those 27 matches with a win record of 23 wins and 4 defeats. So he won his first 4. He won every group game in the initial group phase. Won the first 4 matches of the next group phase. So he was 14-0 over the first 2 and a bit days. I mean, that is pretty good going. I know you can question the calibre of opponent that he's up against, but a winning habit is a really good thing to develop. And
absolutely.
I think it's no surprise as well that when they had the subsequent Super League series in Niedenhausen, served him well. And it served him well in the main this year with those 4 quarter-final appearances on the Pro Tour.
Well, what would this do for his confidence if he picks out maybe 158 in 6, which could be good enough to get a 5-1 lead against a fancied Searle. Now, Ryan Searle's going to have to look at the bullseye here.
94.
And if he misses the bullseye and gets to 25, he wants it just above. Oh, but he didn't want that.
It's desperately bad luck. And
80.
That's another helping hand from Martin Schindler. Not that he needs too many, but he's now looking at 64 for a break of throw and a 5-1 lead. I'll tell you what, Paul, I did not have this one down as as such a one-sided scoreline as it is.
32.
But he's not there
yet.
You
require 52.
Well, in wiring the bullseye, I'm surprised he didn't smash the wire, because these 32-gram bombs are the heaviest darts on tour, but that's a really tidy 52 out, just to keep things interesting. Now up to Schindler to re-establish that 3-leg cushion. He gets a bounce out.
120.
Good recovery. Had a few of those this evening. Points on the floor. Stephen Bunting was certainly on the receiving end. Ryan Searle back in business once again.
He's had 5 180s and he's 4-2 down.
140.
Martin's only had 1. Averages now are even around 95, 96. There you see the first 9 as well, pretty even.
Important not to lose sight of the fact that it is just the one break that Ryan Searle is down at the moment. If he gets back into contention here at 4-3,
108.
Schindler might just start to feel the heat once again, but a little sign of it so far.
What a terrific game this has been.
125.
I've got to say, stark contrast to the one that preceded it, without being disrespectful to the likes of Parodi and Kenny Nines.
Double 18.
Hello,
Levendana.
To throw first. Game on.
Doesn't even give Ryan Searle a shot at 115. And now he's 5-2 up. And Searle has got to find something magical from here. 4 straight needed against someone who is 83% on his doubles.
Yeah, 12 darter, 11 darter, just gone, 14 darter, 15 darter, just that 118 darter, but he won it anyway. And very neat and tidy stats that for Martin Schindler.
96.
Dan Dawson said to me a little bit earlier today that he was really looking forward to this match. And it was easy for people to say, oh, Searle will win that one because of his form. But Dan was not discounting what Martin could do. Dan was right.
Wow.
Sets up the 2 darter. That is extraordinary.
Still life. Still a heartbeat here for Ryan Searle. He's not quite flatlining just yet.
Ryan, you require 100.
It's time to go full-on solo for heavy metal. As he takes an 11 of his own. That is back-to-back 11s in this match. He might need more of that ilk if he's going to get over the line by 6 legs to 5. He's already beaten Kieran Tian and Andrew Gilding to get here. Good averages in qualifying, but it's a little bit more in this one as his average for the first time goes over that of Martin Schindler.
140.
It's amazing how much easier he makes the game look these days compared to maybe 4 years ago when we were possibly thinking about Searle going back to Q School and maybe just going back to the Challenge Tour. But the last time he beat Schindler in Riesa 3 years ago,
97.
That was the time where he really started to kick in. He made a final against Nathan Aspinall His career kicked off from there. Searle did a little bit in his career by making that final, made European Tour events, had a good Worlds after that. He's been an ever-present in tournaments ever since that, but he's gone up a level in the last 2 years.
120.
Desperately bad luck once again for Ryan Searle, although you look at his numbers, 174 and a 100 check out in the previous leg, a 140 in this leg to start things off as well. This is the chance to break.
Oh, that's costly.
144.
Let's get to a finish, but it's a lot worse than 104.
You'd rather be in Searle's shoes in this leg at the moment, but maybe not now.
79.
Good recovery with the last dart, that could prove telling.
If he'd hit the 60 on the previous dart, he would have been on something very, very small, only needing one treble.
65.
Here, he needs a hope,
65.
because it should be 25 in tops. There's the 5. Where does the single land? That's awkward. Has to go left. He can hit tops from anywhere.
That's excellent play from Ryan Searle. Just managed that so well, didn't he? That was a really testing situation. Missing the 25, readjusting, and then readjusting once more on the oche. 5-4, break back, and well, it's all set up very nicely indeed. Absolutely quality match, this one.
I've really enjoyed this game, but I've really enjoyed the rise of Ryan Searle.
140.
He is one of the lads on tour. He gets on with everyone. Particularly friendly with the likes of Chris Dobey.
96.
A few of the others from the southwest of England. But everybody likes Ryan Searle. Everybody appreciates the effort he's put in over the course of the last 18 months.
99.
There are people out there that think that maybe he's a major champion in the waiting. He doesn't think that way. He just wants to crack that door down with winning games one by one.
Well, he's recently hit the top 32. He's 30 in the world rankings now. If he stays there, then that gets him places. Ali Pali in particular.
Needs another.
100.
Schindler can get the job done right here. Not anymore.
Careless.
46.
Now, does Ryan Searle get a shot at double 15 here? That's the question.
And the answer is no, he does not.
90. Martin Uruguay 76.
Well, he's looking at 20 in tops again. Served him well in the previous leg, but will he get the chance? Schindler 76 for the match. Double 18 for a passage into the second round of the Gibraltar Darts Trophy, and more
50.
likely
Ryan
at the
Uruguay
Euros.
60.
Searle breathes again. Tops. He's running out of space there, but he's guided it just underneath into the right-hand side, and Ryan Searle, having got the break back, is now back on level terms, and we are going all the way. And I think it's a nice way to finish it off, because it's been a brilliant match, and I think it's perhaps fitting that we do have a deciding 11th leg.
I couldn't agree more. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
45.
And the angle that we had that tops on for that shot, oh, it was sexy.
140.
Just seeing how much he could see and his ability to find the gap with a flight in the way. Just a pinpoint shot.
85.
Well, he started off with a 45. He's backed it up with an 85, but Searle, having got the 140, can really stretch his advantage. More points on the floor, and it's only 63.
I can't remember a day where I've seen so many darts on the floor like that. It's easily in double figures now. It could well cost him.
137.
He's got a bit of a deficit here, but it could have been a lot worse. It's only one dart. That one dart that was on the floor
60
has
indeed cost him the advantage of throw. Just as you were.
Yeah, I suspect both players may have match darts in this one as well. It's that sort of final leg.
64.
Yeah, well, sensible play from Martin Schindler, under pressure but thinking clearly.
98.
Nice thinking from Searle there. I like that switch. Didn't want to risk another dart on the floor. Went for the clean target.
Ton 40 plays ton 70.
Wow.
And Schindler, for the biggest fish of all,
138. Right, you've got
the
140.
opportunity back to his opponent Ryan Searle. Ton 40 for Searle. Shake of the head tells its own story.
100.
But Schindler,
Martin,
what a miss.
32.
To hit the single 18, now you've got 3 for it instead of 2. Talk about a little bit of fortune. 3 clean darts, a double 16 to win with Ryan Searle sitting on his favourite double. Oh,
16.
Martin, what a costly shot.
Right, you require 40.
Wow. I really fancied his chances there, I've got to say. I did say both players would get match starts, and now it's over to Searle with 2 more goes at tops. And the third one bails him out. What a response from Ryan Searle, and what a performance from both players, you have to say. Commiserations to Martin Schindler.